Hello everyone, my name is Pastel Sparkles, and if you don't know me, I am a streamer on Twitch, and sometimes my streams can be a little bit thirsty. So I wanted to start a new series on this channel dedicated to thirsty reviews for video games that I've played. A wild concept, I know. If you've watched any of my streams, you'll know I thirst very hard after a couple of different video game characters. And so here's kind of the video proper format of my expression of that. So today I'm going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is the game that has completely taken my heart as of late. I have been streaming it a lot on my channel, so if you do like the game, I am still streaming it. I'm streaming some of the DLC right now. So if you are interested in seeing live reactions to things, that's the best place to go. Let's start this review by giving a little backstory to Assassin's Creed Odyssey and where it might fit within the scope of the franchise itself. So Assassin's Creed Odyssey came out in 2018 and is set in ancient Greece. Some of the previous games have been very heavy on talking about the organization with which the main characters belong, whereas this game kind of only a little bit throws in sort of the present day or future elements of the Assassin's Creed series until the very end of the game. Where this fits within the Assassin's Creed lore, I don't want to really reveal because I think that is technically spoiler territory and not exactly very thirsty, except for maybe one part, which is either Alexios or Cassandra suit wearing thirst. Big bless. Beautiful. So you play as either Alexios or Cassandra. I played as Cassandra because I love playing powerful women in games, and if you're going to give me a character that I can play that's like that, boy howdy, I'm right there. That's not to say that Alexios doesn't deserve some love. Boy, could he get it. You play as one of two very beautiful siblings, and throughout the game you have the opportunity to romance at least 15 NPCs, which is a wide variety of different romance options. One boon of the series is that you can be as heterosexual as you like or as gay as you like. And listen, life is a byway over on my stream, so I'll always promote any option for me to kiss a woman. So if you would like to kiss a woman as well, consider Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Of the 15 that you can romance, there are fun ones and funny ones and depressing ones. There are many that end in a way that is particularly heartbreaking, whether that's due to your own choices or just that's how they were written. My favorites of the characters that you can romance: Lycaon, who you romance pretty early on in the game; Daphne, who is one of the daughters of Artemis; and my most favorite and saddest romance, Kira. At least saddest for me. If you play the game correctly, you won't have a sad time with her. So there are a couple funny characters that come up during amusing side quests, which I won't reveal because I do want to keep them special and sacred. If you haven't played the game yet and are looking to, one of my favorite stories, romance-wise, was one of the side quests with the main character being Supidio. So if you have played the game, I'm sure you'll know where the romance quest lies with that one. One of the cool things about the romance pathways is that some of them give you kind of two options for one sort of romance pathway. The one that I'm thinking of in particular is Kira and Thaletas. You can pick either the male or female option here, and they, I believe, are pretty similar. I picked Kira because I think she's beautiful, and I was just excited for more girls kissing. But one pretty tragic part about that story is you have the power for her to kill herself. I'm not sure if Thaletas has that as well, but I imagine it's possible. But unfortunately, in my save, Kira did end up losing her life, and I accidentally saved literally right after it, so there's no going back, and I'm still really upset about it, and every time it comes up on stream, I just want to die a little bit inside because I definitely could have fixed it, but I didn't. There are a couple of fun ones that I want to mention though. Xenia is a really fun one for me. She's a pirate queen. She's also one of the few characters that makes Cassandra or Alexios look very small, which is very funny to me. Cassandra has huge step on me energy, and man, she made Cassandra look like a bibba next to her. There are a couple of sneaky ones as well where you're romancing a bad guy, which you don't realize until you continue the story, which I just think is a very fun element. It's always something to think about in real life as well. You never know if you're dating the bad guy. But one thing I really do like in this game is the diversity of romances. If you do want to romance someone, there is literally something for everyone. If you want to have a fun romance with someone where it feels meaningful, there are those romances. Of course, unfortunately, Cassandra or Alexios is a mercenary, so their life, they can't really stop and settle their life. So every single romance kind of is a capsule romance, but some of them feel like they're kind of long term. So there's that element to it, but there are long-term relationship feeling ones, and there are, you know, one-night situations, and some ongoing sexual friendships akin to Alcibiades, which is one of my favorites. So there really is something for everyone in this game, which is why I rate this game quite highly in the thirsty category. Some of the most beautiful characters in this game include Cassandra and Alexios. I don't have to say any more about them. They're beautiful. Kira is one of my most favorites. There are a few that I still haven't met, but I know of. Roxana I met, but unfortunately I didn't do part of her quest to actually do the romance part, which I'm so frustrated about. I found out about it later. I think Daphne is incredibly beautiful. There's also a character called Zofaras that I haven't seen yet. I just think I haven't found her side quest yet, but there are some incredibly beautiful characters. Lycaon is incredibly mwah, and so is Aspasia, but recording Pastel completely forgot to say this because she was so brain dead during the recording of this video. There are also some characters who can get it, and I just want to talk about that for a little while if that's okay. One of the people that I really want to talk about who can definitely get it, and I don't want any questions asked about this or about my sanity, I will just die on this hill that I am standing upon. Socrates can get it, and that's the end of that. I shouldn't need to explain myself. If you play the game, you know that Socrates can get it. Also, Alcibiades, there's just something about his energy that I find incredibly attractive, although in reality, if I ever knew someone who was like him, I would definitely hate him. I think there's something to be said about loving trash men in games, but not in real life. I don't know what the science is about that. There are some romance stories that are not listed as official romances within most of the sites that I can find. So one of them that I'm thinking of particularly is Anais, who is from one of the DLC quests. She is meant to be a childhood friend of Cassandra or Alexios's, and you grow up together and they have a beautiful friendship, and then when you come back to them, there's a beautiful moment. But it's not actually recorded in many places, so beyond separate YouTube videos for that, there is at least one other character that you can romance that's not properly documented in most of the romance pathways. So beyond all of the romances that you can have in this game and the beautiful people that you can have in this game, what could my final thoughts be on how I would rate this game based on how thirsty it made me? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I am so parched, I may never know what hydration feels like again, I think I need to rate this at least 20 out of 10 thirsties. I am only bones now. There's nothing left of me. The dust of my former self has flitted away. This is one of the thirstiest games I have played by far. The only thing that I think that it lacks is a constant romance that other games can give you. I'm thinking of Dragon Age or even games like Fire Emblem, where you have one kind of romance for your entire playthrough of the game. The romances in this are kind of more meaningless to the main game, which is fine because it means that you can play this game literally any way that you want to play it. If you don't want to be romantic in this game, you can leave it altogether. If you want to be romantic in this game, you can absolutely have every single romance that you want. I know, I have had every single romance that I wanted, even the ones I didn't want, I had just to have the experience. So if you haven't played this game and are looking to pick something up that you can completely fall in love with, I would highly recommend Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Even outside of the thirsties for this game, the game is incredible. It is stunningly beautiful. It is massive. It'll take up a lot of your time. You will very willingly give that time to this game. So I hope that you have enjoyed the first of very likely many thirsty reviews. If you would like to suggest any games for me to review, I will happily review them for you. There are a couple that I have in mind. I will keep you all posted. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I never say this in videos because for some reason I hate doing normal things on YouTube, but I really appreciate it. Leave a comment of your favorite romance. If you happen to have played this game before, I would love to discuss with you your romance options in the comments, and I hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching this video.